Hi guys, it's Joanne and I wanted to share with you some good news. I've been asked to play along with the design team at Tiffany Doodles. The site is tiffanydoodles.blogspot.com for the blog and tiffanydoodles.com for the actual website to purchase digital stamps. But I've been asked to play along with them as one of their newest Tiffany tutors. And I'll be sharing with you in the coming months some YouTube videos on how to cope with color and coloring different images and different color combinations, things like that. And if you have any ideas or questions or want to see something, I'm open to ideas. Anyway, this is my first video, so I wanted to share with you a quick little coloring tutorial using the newest digital stamp set release from Tiffany Doodles. So this one is Christmas Toys, and here is what you get in the digital stamp set. 3 images. This little, I don't know what this is, a sleigh full of toys. This tag and this rocking horse. And all of these images can be resized. If you don't know how to resize digital stamps, let me know and I can do a quick little tutorial on that too. Today I'm going to be working with this image, the rocking horse, and I've already colored one so you can see it as my reference. And this is the one that we're going to work on. So I use Solar White cardstock from Nina. It's 80-pound weight, I believe, and I get it from my local Kelly Paper because they sell it in reams, and it's cheaper for me to buy that way, and a whole ream can last me quite a bit of time. So I think I spent like 25 bucks on it. And then here are the Copic colors I used, and here is my Copic marker reference that I got from uzak.com. And this is also how I know what colors I already have, so I don't purchase duplicates. Although I've messed up. I have 2 just because I keep one in my craft room and one should go in my inventory binder, but I don't keep it there because I'm pretty lazy and I haven't kept it in there. Anyway, onward. So here's the little rocking horse that I'm going to be using today. I started off coloring his body using E33, E31, and E30. So I started with the darkest first. Now I am Copic certified. I got certified last year in September, but I only got certified in the beginner course. The intermediate course still hasn't been offered to me or nearby yet, so if that is, then I would do it, but I haven't done it yet. Anyway, I start off with the E33 on his face, and then I'm going to go ahead and blend. So my light source is coming from this way. I usually color this way. I don't know why. I think it's just the way I am. So I'm just going to start blending that in to my paper. And then I take the E30 and get that in there. And just kind of try to blend it in. I've always been a fan. I'm not a horse person. I know some people who are horse people who love horses. And I never grew up around horses. I've ridden horses like maybe once. No, I lie. Maybe 3 times. I'm not a huge fan, but I do think horses are gorgeous animals. And one of my favorite color horses are the ones that are more light in color. I don't know what color that is, like tan? Is it tan? Sorry, I don't know my horse terminology, but anyway, there. So since my light source is this way, I color the bottom of the horse, mostly the darker color of the E33 sand, and I start blending everything in with. I think my first inclination when I started Copic coloring was to color in straight lines, which I'm kind of doing now, but I'm kind of blending everything into. But it's been a year since I've taken my class, and I must say I've forgotten quite a bit of what I've learned. Sad to say. There was a time earlier this year that I took a break from card making because we were in the process of moving and I didn't have time for any of it. So there is the body, there's E30, so I'm going to set this aside. Then for the hair I use two colors, E27, E25. I usually use three colors, but since the mane and the tail, they're not that big of areas to cover, I'm just going to use two colors. I don't think it is that serious. And I'm trying to use a light hand, but I'm so tired right now that it's not really working. My son woke me up this morning and walked in my room, and I was really asleep, and he starts talking to me about a dream he had, and I don't know. I'm like, can it wait till I'm wide awake? Anyway, so I'm blending the mane and the tail with the E25. And when I reference my Copics, I go by the number and the letter. I don't go by the actual name, like this one is Caribe Cocoa. Yeah, that's hard to remember if you have like over 100 Copic markers. I don't have all, is it 300 are they up to now? I don't have all of them, but I have quite a bit. So next, moving on to the bow, I use R27 and R24. Start with a darker one. And I try to think of where exactly the light is hitting, and then where the shadows of the bow would be. If that makes any sense. And I messed up on my sample piece, so now I can fix it since I'm using this one to color. And then I feel like I should zoom in the camera just because the image is so small, but I am gonna just leave the camera where it is, and you guys can tell me if it's too far. I'm sorry for the silence. I was thinking about fast forwarding the video, but I'm not sure. I don't think this video will be that long when it's all said and done. I think sometimes with YouTube videos I get antsy when the videos are too long, but I think this one will be less than 15 minutes, I'm hoping. Oh no, I messed up. So I messed up there, if you guys can see that. That little piece right here. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but I think this part, this white part that I haven't colored, I think that's part of the horse's body, so I'm going to color it with the E33. And that little piece, I am going to use my blender to try and push. So what I'm doing is dabbing my blender onto the part I messed up. You don't want to use too much because it will saturate. Can you see that? I kind of corrected it. So the blender pen for Copic isn't really a blender pen. It's actually like a eraser almost. So what I did was I used the blender and I pressed it against the ink really lightly so I could get the color to soak through the back. If you use too much, you might ruin your actual image. So you gotta be really careful using the blender pen. So then now I'm gonna do the, what is this called? The rails of the rocking horse. So I am going to color in the middle with my C5. So I like using Copic sketch markers for a couple reasons. They seem expensive in the beginning, but they're actually more economical when you buy the refills, because each refill is about, oh, now I'm using the C3, sorry. Each refill can refill each marker probably about maybe, I'm guessing 6 times. There are some markers I use quite a bit, like the skin tones and hair, and greens and reds. So now I'm using C3 to blend in, get the shadowing. But yeah, so I use the sketch markers and I like them a lot. I've had mine for about 2 years. I don't have all the colors like I said before, but I'm working on it. I find that there are some colors that I've collected but I don't even use, so that might be a little pointless. Anyway, here is my finished horse. I'm going to outline with C1 my horse, just to give it a little dimension. The C1 is really light, and it kind of gives like a shadow to the image, so I draw like a little thin line around the image. Just to make it pop off of the piece of paper. Sometimes I like to fussy cut around my Copic images, but sometimes I don't. And today is one of those days. So that's that, and you're almost done. Ta-da! So I hope you could see what I did, and I can compare it to this one. Here's my first image, here's the second image, this one's the second one, and I hope you enjoy what I did today. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm probably going to put links in the description box, and I'll probably have put all my markers that I've used and all the colors I've used up in the video somewhere. So thanks for watching today. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any ideas, like I said, send them my way. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.